Okay, what we're going to demonstrate is a processing of inquiry. And this is how we process an inquiry in Xapsys, or one of many ways to process an inquiry in Xapsys. I have an existing client, A1 Designs, which you can see here, and they've asked for basically for a quote for 100 of 1 terabyte flash drives. So what I do is do a new opportunity, which is basically inquiry in the world of Xapsys. I've had the email into my inbox, so all I've done is I've literally just pasted in what they're looking for. So it's 1 terabyte USB phone drives, 100 that they want there. What's the chance of Ben, who is my main contact as an existing customer, he'll give me the order. I reckon it's an 80% chance. What I reckon it's worth, around about 10 grand. This is nice and hefty order. Is there a separate delivery address? No, there isn't. And it knows it's at the inquiry stage. Save that. That will now open up the opportunity for this particular inquiry. So here we are. So we've got the 1 terabyte phone drive here. I'm now going to import the originating email. So here's my originating email. If I tick that and do an import, I will now have the email here. If I can click on that, obviously it's still in my inbox in Outlook or in Gmail. Please quote me for 100 off your 1 terabyte USB-C phone drives in Arctic White. So I'll just cancel that. So have the inquiry. I now do a new quote. So I just happen to know, here are the details here. I know my products. So my products are CDR001. Start typing in CDR001. It's my SanDisk. I know it's the Arctic White. Here's more detail about the particular product. Default 109 quid, but I'm going to give him a 10% discount because Ben's a real good customer. And he's having 100 off. Save that. It's asking me for my next item. There isn't one. And here I have the quote. Now you'll notice that, yes, here's the item that he's ordering with a discount, etc. So it comes to 9,810 quid. But you notice it's also added a USB cable in. So we have an upsell option in the system whereby for any products, you have a range of other products that get added automatically. It's a way of prompting you to sell the additional items. It's rather like Amazon. So what it's saying here, when people buy this, they often buy USB-C to USB-C cable. I can keep that in there or I can remove it from the quote. So I'm going to say yes, put it in the quotation. But what I want to do is don't include it in the total because that may put him off. So I exclude it from the total. So it's rather like an optional extra. And I've given the same discount here. And if you notice now, the value is exactly as per the item value. If I now do a save an email, comes up, we have email templates in the system. Dear Ben, thank you for inquiring. And all I have to do, I can change this around if I wish to, is just send it. So all that's going to do now is send to me. It was me, Phil Cox, who originated the email. For you to see, here is my email saying, hi Ben, thank you for your valid inquiry, quotes attached. So what's it done? Here's my PDF of the quotation I've sent. So I've got my value here. Total project value is £11,710, which is obviously the VAT on it as well. So that's my quotation. I've shown the USB cable at £9. And of course, there's a spec for my drive. So I've received the quote, and now I can actually go, or attached, by the way, to the quotation is the PDF of the actual item itself.